to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coon. The white man to go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
Queen.
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
I'm
Queen.
getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Nobody knows why liars lie. Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. It's God's side and the other side.
Country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good, who became bitch and look like Mr. Potato Head.
I didn't want to be a movie star.
No, you couldn't be a movie star. Ricky Smiley can't act, cause Ricky Smiley can't act. Why is he in a dress again? He didn't be wanting to Barbie, and you gotta tell him no. Sid ain't got no special, you remember? Eve ain't got no special, you remember? Ricky ain't got no special, you remember? Sir, I have 12 comedy specials. P. Diddy or whoever you is, TVJ, 20 of them. I won't stop burning you down until there ain't nothing left. Rubble on top of rubble, and I'll still be bombing. Look like a wall, Richard. Look like a wall. You didn't say no. Look like a wall, Richard. Look like a wall. You didn't say no.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your Saturday Vitamins. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and hit the like button. Please like, share, and subscribe. All right. Also, double check to make sure you're still subscribed, especially if you have not been receiving your notifications. As I told you guys know that I'm shadow banned. All right. And sometimes people mysteriously become unsubscribed, and I can see that they have unsubscribed several people in the past 2 days. Okay, so please do your due diligence. Now, with that all being said, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, Twitter at DGoddess27. And also, if you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know what to do. Okay, I see Black Passages here. Darius Brock is in the house. Donna, Pretty Wings, Juju B, Red Wine Entertainment, Auntie Leah. All right, Claudette, Locked Queen Candy J. Hey, beloved. Okay, it's Trisha is here. Okay, so shout out to everyone, all my loyal royals, and also to my moderators for putting in work. I see you, Khalid Universe Bay. Okay, and a big shout out to all of those tuned into the Queen. All right, John Drea is in the house. Okay, so with that all being said, let's get into it. Okay, now listen. I want you guys to pay attention because I always post the links to the broadcast. I always post them in my YouTube community tab, and I also post them on Twitter. Okay, so with that all being said, and without further ado, hey Michi, let's go ahead and get into it because there is breaking news about Diddy. Looks like the feds are going to be dropping names real soon. Please pay attention. So feds make plans to reveal Diddy's co-conspirators. They say federal prosecutors are planning to reveal co-conspirators and Sean Diddy Combs' racketeering case this March. Okay, so that's right around the corner, guys. Please pay attention. Now, they say they're prepping to name the alleged co-conspirators in a sweeping racketeering case against Sean Diddy Combs. Now, related to charges that link the disgraced hip-hop mogul to an alleged criminal enterprise. Now, it has been confirmed that the U.S. government plans to reveal the names of these individuals who supposedly worked alongside Diddy in illicit activities, and this is going to happen by March the 7th of 2025, okay, through a highly anticipated enterprise letter. Now, you see, the enterprise letter is going to lay out all of the specifics of the alleged criminal acts, including dates, locations, and specifically participants. Now, Diddy has been indicted for crimes that range from racketeering conspiracy to sex trafficking and arson over the destruction of a car belonging to rapper Kid Cudi. And let me just say this. You know, I told you guys months ago, okay, remember you heard it here first. I told you guys months ago that the good thing about that video of Dizzy putting the paws and feet on Cassie was that this can keep Cassie likely from being, you know, labeled as an unindicted co-conspirator. Because I'm quite sure that some of the things that Diddy made her do were likely illegal. Cassie was privy to a lot of things, okay? And so this would also lend credence to her story and to her credibility, because from looking at that video, we all see that she was intimidated by Diddy, that Diddy was a threat to her safety and well-being, and also from other witnesses who have spoken out, like Roger Bonds, okay, like Dawn Richard, okay, like Tiffany Red. They've all spoken about things that Diddy did to Cassie that they in fact witnessed. So with that all being said, you know, even if Cassie was party to any of these things or whatever, this will all keep her from being blamed. Because how do how does Diddy, make it look like, because of course his team, here's what Diddy's team would try to do. Okay, please pay attention. Diddy's legal team would try to make it as if Cassie was a willing participant and that Diddy didn't traffic her, that Diddy didn't force her to do anything unconsensual, that she was there for it. She willingly did these things. But the video footage shows different. And it also happened supposedly after they had a freak off. Okay, remember, that's why they were supposedly at the hotel. So I just want you all to pay attention, because these are things that I told you previously. DSB says, Shalom, Queen, my warrior sister and family in the chat. Thank you, beloved, for your contribution to the channel and your kind words. Shalom to you also. And also, DSB has contributed a gift, okay, for a membership to the channel. So shout out to you, beloved. Peace, love, and blessings. And this stream, once again, is being supported by DSB, okay? So, or sponsored. Okay, so now with that all being said, I want you to also think about these allegations of Diddy blowing up Kid Cudi's car. These are things that have been said in interviews. These are things that have also been in the lawsuit filings. So think about all of these people who have worked around Diddy, who've been around Diddy, befriended Diddy, or even been at some of these parties for years, even decades. Some of these people have been going around doing interviews, okay? Just think about these people who've already spoken out, who've not just the people who filed lawsuits against him, but think about the people who've been talking on YouTube during interviews. People like Mark Curry. Remember how Mark Curry said they had bottles that they weren't supposed to drink out of, that they were just for the girls, and they were popping pills in their mouths like little birds, okay? You heard some of the things that Mark Curry said from his book that I was reading you some chapters on just days ago, Dancing with the Devil, how Diddy burned the bad boys of hip hop. Okay, so with that all being said, these things can all be brought into the court, okay? These things can be used as evidence against Diddy, because we've heard a myriad of times how Diddy allegedly had people drugged so that they would do things without their own permission or consent or without them even realizing until after the fact. So just think about that, okay? A lot of these people going around doing interviews like Gene Deal. Gene Deal has said some things that are, I'm sure, very credible. He may be called into as a witness. A lot of the things that he said could be detrimental to Diddy's case. Okay, so just think about that because Diddy is going down for the count, honey. Okay, everybody's not lying, even though there are some people who clearly have lied, like Adria English and Lamisha Fuller. But nonetheless, a lot of these things are likely going to be corroborated by eyewitness testimony and people who've already been speaking out for years. Okay, so now with that all being said, let me continue. Hold on, it looks like I just got some information on Jay-Z also. Okay, let me send this to my email. Likes up, everyone, please. Don't forget to like and share. Okay, now it goes on to say the arson incident reportedly occurred in early 2012 when co-conspirators allegedly targeted Kid Cudi's vehicle by slashing its convertible top. Now, I want you all to pay attention because they're not just saying that the car was blown up. They're telling how it happened. So this leads me to think that the feds that is, have already spoken with the parties involved, the co-conspirators. They say that they targeted Kid Cudi's vehicle by slashing its convertible top and hurling a Molotov cocktail inside, igniting a fire that law enforcement concluded was intentional. Now, prosecutors argue this brazen act stemmed from Diddy's fury over Ventura's prior brief relationship with Kid Cudi. Now, this too is something that Diddy has been accused of before, because, like I said, in the readings from Mark Curry's book and also from interviews where we've heard people speak about it, let's not forget how Diddy supposedly went upside the head of Shakur Stewart, okay, when he was on the yacht, and it was for somebody's wedding. I want to say it was for L.A. Reid's wedding, okay, and he had him jumped. Of course, he had his bodyguards with him, and then that man is now dead. So Diddy has a history of violence. He has a history of being jealous of women. Even if he's no longer with them, he doesn't want them to move on and be happy with someone else. And so it's been said over and over again that he has done things or threatened at least the men in their lives or the men that he heard they were dealing with. And, he did allegedly threaten to blow up Kid Cudi's car, and then the car was blown up. So all of these things are going to come out in the court. Okay. Goes on to say in her civil lawsuit, Ventura claimed that Diddy told her in February of 2012, I'm going to blow up Kid Cudi's car, which the rapper confirmed via a statement released by his spokesperson that said this is all true. Kid Cudi might even have to come and testify to that. Okay, just think about it. All these stories, honey, listen, all these stories that me and other people have been covering, a lot of the people that have been telling these stories are going to be called in as witnesses. Now, this episode, however, is just one layer of the allegations against Diddy, who has been locked up without bond since September of 2024. Federal authorities accuse him of leading a broader criminal organization that engaged in activities including kidnapping, intimidation, and sexual exploitation. In one chilling charge, Combs and his associates allegedly held a person at gunpoint in December of 2011 to orchestrate a burglary. I mean, Diddy was just out here allegedly doing all kinds of shadiness, okay? Breaking all kinds of laws, no less. Now, defense attorneys for Combs have vehemently denied the allegations, arguing that the charges lack substantive evidence directly implicating their client. All of this talk of dozens of victims and 50 witnesses, prosecutors that is, if they really had that, it would be in the indictment. This is what Diddy's attorney, Mark Agnifilo, said after his client was charged. Now, in fact, Diddy's lawyers want the feds to disclose the enterprise letter. They want it much faster, okay, than waiting till March the 7th of 2025. They said, you know what? We want to know what y'all really have. We want y'all to go ahead and spill the tea right now. So could y'all just please go ahead and drop it before the deadline? How about you drop it February the 1st of 2025? Let's not wait till March. Without further ado, let it all be known. This is what they say. They want to know by February the 1st. Now, according to the defense, the postponement hinders their ability to prepare adequately for trial, creating a fundamental imbalance in the proceedings. Now, of course, the trial is slated to begin on March the 5th of 2025. So I don't know about you guys, but I tell you what, I can't wait to find out who these co-conspirators are. Okay? I absolutely cannot wait. This is all getting real messy. Please pay attention. Now, with that all been said, they talk about Diddy's inner circle, how they were going in on him and calling him a whole monster in this new documentary. Okay? And this is supposed to be on Peacock. As Sean Diddy Combs awaits his trafficking trial, Peacock is set to release a new documentary going inside the music mogul scandal. As seen in the first trailer below, Diddy, the making of a bad boy, it tells the story of Sean Combs' early years and his decades-long transformation to Puffy and then to Diddy, with crucial insight into the forces that shaped the man and made him become a monster. It sheds light on his childhood, his rise to fame, and recent criminal allegations, challenging viewers to rethink everything that they thought they knew about the mogul behind the music and the mugshot. The special features new interviews with Diddy insiders, such as a childhood friend, a former bodyguard, and a making the band winner. Also, singer, songwriter, producer Albie Shore. He speaks out for the first time. Shore was Diddy's label mate at Uptown Records and was in a relationship with Kim Porter before she began dating Diddy. The special also includes never-before-seen footage of Diddy partying at home and in the studio. Sean Combs is a monster. This is what attorney Lisa Bloom, who's representing Don Richard in a civil case against Diddy, said. I've been with Sean for quite a while, and I've captured a lot of moments. This is what an unidentified insider says. Anytime a studio or any rooms is lit with red lighting, he's making love, sex. Some of the girls who were in the room for sure, they were underage. They said they could slip me off and sell me to anyone. This is what an unidentified woman says. Now, the 90-minute documentary titled Diddy, The Making of a Bad Boy, is going to be streaming on Peacock on January the 14th. Okay, and I'm going to be definitely tuned in. Please pay attention. Now, the 55-year-old Diddy is currently awaiting trial behind bars at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. He's also the subject of more than 25 lawsuits related to accusations of sexual assault or misconduct. Woo, honey, what do you all think about this? Okay, Diddy has documentaries before he even gets to court. Jet Black said, I hate when you turn off your camera. I want to see your face. I know it, beloved, honey, but please pay attention. At the end of the day, I just came from working out at the gym, honey, when I saw this, and I said, let me just get on here real quick. So anyway, now, Beyonce seemingly takes measures to protect her family amid Jay-Z allegations. This just came in a couple of hours ago. I just saw this. Okay, so Beyonce appears to be taking precautions against any bad reputation for her family as her husband Jay-Z lands deep in a scandal. The 43-year-old pop superstar's rapper husband is facing the allegation of raping a minor with Sean Diddy Combs, but he remains firm in denying those claims. However, Queen B has started taking measures to safeguard her 12-year-old daughter Blue Ivy's career as the family goes through the scandal. And that's something to think about, because remember, when Diddy got all of these allegations against him, do you guys remember me reporting how it was said that Diddy's twin daughters lost some jobs that they were going to get? They lost some gigs that they were supposedly booked for because of all these things coming out about Diddy. And I told you guys, it's the sins of the father. It can bring your children, it can definitely not only traumatize your children, but bring them into a mental decline. It can cause them to lose jobs and all sorts of things, to have people looking at them crazy. Now, the diva hitmaker recently got the approval to trademark Blue Ivy's name, which, according to sources, would allow the soon-to-be teenager to have a career that is robust yet adaptable to future aspirations. Prior to the approval, Beyonce has made 2 failed attempts to secure the trademark because of hurdles that have now been resolved. In conversations with the U.S. Sun, PR expert Grace McCormick, founder of Lightfinder PR, told that Queen B's decision to fight for the trademark reflects her keen awareness of personal branding and legacy building. Now, the Lightfinder PR founder also indicated that Texas Hold'em singer had already begun building up her daughter's brand by introducing her to the public consciousness as an emerging talent through surprise performances during the Renaissance World Tour. She continued saying that it demonstrates her understanding of intellectual property in a way that shields her family and aligns with her brand narrative of empowerment and ownership. As per McCormick, Beyonce's fans will likely soon be seeing the singer continue to shape her daughter's career path, which has already taken off with the narration of a New York Times bestselling book and landing a lead role in Mufasa. Okay, so that all being said, they say Sean Diddy Combs insider reveals the white party's good intent. So Sean Diddy has once again left a lasting impression on critics with his patrol parties and legal filings. Now, the notorious rapper who was arrested in September 2024 on the charges of trafficking and racketeering was allegedly responsible for recruiting young women for intimate times. A targeted woman opened up to the Post about Diddy's white parties, revealing that it was an honor to be invited to his famous events at the time. As reported, Diddy received widespread praise in 2004 for his Vote or Die campaign. On the surface, his annual white party in the Hamptons seemed like a step towards a good cause. According to an attendee, however, there was a lot going on behind those closed doors. Specifically, the attendee alleged that Diddy's party served to satisfy his own nefarious sexual urges. Now, the source explicitly told the outlet, "I was there because my husband worked for Sony. I was talking to another woman, and this guy came up out of nowhere. He said, 'Hey, Diddy saw you guys and wants to know if you want to hang out after this is all done.' I didn't really know what to say." Detailing her experience at one of Diddy's heinous events, Lisa further went on to explain, "My friend said yes and went with him and a bunch of other people back to his mansion. She never really talked about it afterwards, but just would say that she shouldn't have gone. It wasn't a good experience for her." Although Combs' lawyers are yet to respond to these allegations, the rapper is still behind bars and desperately awaits his trial in May of this year. You know why Diddy is desperately awaiting this trial, you guys? Beloved, it's because Diddy thinks that he's getting up out of there. Okay? I want y'all to pay attention. Diddy thinks that he's going to get up there on that stand because remember, he wants to testify on his own behalf. What an idiot. Anyone with such egregious charges and allegations against them, the very last thing they should be thinking about doing is getting up on the stand, because any lie that he tells is going to be thoroughly broken apart and torn down during cross-examination. But you see, the problem with Diddy is he thinks he's so darn smart. He's such a narcissist. He thinks that he's always the smartest person in the room. And the fact that he's gotten away with so many things for decades just further makes him think that he can continue to do so. Okay, he thinks he's going to get up there and just charm, everybody and charm the jurors and all of that, but it's going to really turn out bad for him, I promise you. And the fact that his attorneys are allowing him to do this just further tells me that they have no control over him, that they can't tell him what to do. They can't rein him in. Okay, he's clearly obnoxious. All right, he thinks that he knows what's best, and he's going to see how that fares for him at the end of the day with his silly self. Okay, please pay attention. Please pay attention. Now, with that all being said, hold on. Let's have a brief word from my sponsor before we continue. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Okay, don't forget that you can purchase 12 Tribes for your hair at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Crafts. You can also find it at Walmart.com. And listen, I want you guys to pay attention. I'm going to share my screen because do you all remember that 5 months ago, before Jay-Z had any nefarious allegations against him, I told you guys that the feds already had several questions about Jay-Z and minors, just like they had several questions about Diddy and minors back in 2011. And remember, you heard both of those here first. I'm just going to go back to that video so I can refresh your memories in case you missed it. Jay-Z because he was pissed. But I think the things that he said were absolutely true. And that's why Jay-Z didn't sue his ass for defamation. Please pay attention. That's just my opinion. Thank you, Byron Beloved, for your super sticker donation. I with the repercussions. But you all remember that I showed you the picture of her, Jay-Z, Diddy, and Claudia Jordan at that club Tao, T-A-O, okay, in Vegas. You all remember that? And then Claudia Jordan, that's why her and Jaguar Wright got into it. Because Jaguar Wright said Claudia Jordan never said her name, but now she wants to say her name and said she didn't say nothing about her friend Kathy White and all this. And then Claudia came. That's why they had that whole back and forth, if you remember. But nonetheless, Claudia Jordan claims that her and Diddy didn't have anything going on and that they weren't really there with them, but they were in the crowd close together. Okay. And then remember the pictures that were posted with Claudia sitting up on Diddy. She said they were sitting on the couch, but she looked like she was sitting on his lap. I don't know if she was or not, but at the end of the day, y'all think that was a coincidence that Claudia Jordan, Diddy, and then Jay-Z and Kathy were in the same spot at the same time, and that was a coincidence. And not to mention, Claudia said that she didn't have nothing going on with Diddy, and that Diddy called her going off about those pictures that got leaked to media takeout, and said he texted her 52 times. She said she woke up to 52 texts and missed phone calls. Girl, if you didn't have nothing going on with that man, why was he texting you 52 times? Why did he even have your number? And then let's not forget how she said that she went to some of those Diddy parties, but she left early. Girl, and she said, I didn't even see him while I was there. Girl, how did you not see the man who was hosting the parties and you're at his own mansion? I mean, please make it all make sense. I don't believe it. But anyway, that's just me. But anyway, it goes on to say that Jonathan Hay, who was Rihanna's publicist at the onset of her career, is mentioned in the documentary. He previously admitted to fabricating a story about Rihanna and Jay-Z having an affair in an attempt to drum up more media coverage for his client. He posted about the doc on Instagram explaining, he says, I was mentioned in this explosive and viral documentary by Trap Lord Ross that was featured on @Academics that made my phone blow up for the past week. Recently, @Jaguar Wright has talked about this controversial situation, as well as I was the publicist for Pon de Replay, the debut single by Rihanna. He also vowed to tell his side of the story with saying, it's time for me to finally set the record straight once and for all, as it's way beyond shocking, messy, and just flat out crazy as F. Prepare to be blown away as what I Am Captain Chronic and I have been through over the years involving this historical scandal that needs to be put to bed for good. Yes, heads are going to roll and people will be floored, but the truth needs to be revealed, it says. So anyway, he said he made it all up, right? He said he made it all up. Okay. So goes on to say, speaking to All Hip Hop, Hay explained what was going through his head when he decided to drum up the rumor about Rihanna and Jay-Z's affair. As he puts it, he was angry with Jay-Z at the time and in no way, shape, or form was concerned with the repercussions. He said, when I executed this controversial publicity and marketing campaign for Rihanna's debut single, she was an unknown artist and I was hungry for a hit. And I knew that Pon de Replay was a special song. I had direct access to Jay-Z back then from working with Emil, the female rap artist on a couple of Jay-Z's biggest hits at the time. Now, y'all know Jay-Z dogged poor Emil. He did her so dirty, but let me continue. Industry executive Kevin Skinner, who was in a high-profile legal battle with Whitney Houston, was the person who introduced me to the debut Rihanna project and to one of the Pon de Replay producers. I was hired to promote Pon de Replay, and I wrote Rihanna's first press release. I devised a plan to pitch Rihanna as Jay-Z's latest protege on Def Jam to MTV News. I reached out to my contact at MTV, and she published a small news item on Rihanna on March 17th of 2005, which was Rihanna's Riri's first big press. But Hay was baffled by the lack of response. MTV, which was hugely influential back then, failed to spark any more press for Rihanna. Okay, now this initial trigger set everything in motion, and I tried to utilize the MTV press link to promote Pon de Replay to other media sources. There was nobody bigger than MTV at the time, but even still, no other press was picking up the Pon de Replay story, and I was striking out left and right. I started to get desperate, and I was so angry at Jay-Z as he was more focused on Tierra Marie, and there was all this talk that he was pursuing a rapper named Lady Sovereign, who he ended up signing months later. Not to mention, Jay-Z was constantly dissing Emil, who had quit the music industry and was living in North Carolina at the time, raising her children. So I was like, F Jay-Z. Since he won't give us any attention and he's being disrespectful to Emil, who's a single mother, I'm going to get his attention and be disrespectful back to Jay-Z, as Rihanna was the best thing on Def Jam by far. I thought Jay-Z was a dirtbag, so I put out the story that Jay-Z was in a love triangle with Rihanna and Beyonce, and that caught fire, sparked conversation, increased radio airplay, press coverage, and other forms of attention. I was in an unapologetic, by any means necessary state of mind. Now, let me tell you all something. I'm glad he's saying all of this so we know how the story and the rumors got started. But here's the thing. I believe that what he said was true. I believe that he did maliciously, with malice aforethought, come out and say this stuff about Jay-Z because he was pissed. But I think the things that he said were absolutely true. And that's why Jay-Z didn't sue his ass for defamation. Please pay attention. That's just my opinion. Thank you, Byron Beloved, for your super sticker donation. I appreciate you. Peace, love, and blessings. Okay, so with that all being said, I think that Jay-Z was having an affair with Rihanna. But let's get into it because we'll talk about that more. So goes on to say, as Hay would soon find out, someone was paying attention, the feds. He went on one day, unmarked law enforcement cars stopped him. He says these intimidated individuals introduced themselves as a federal task force, and they requested to speak with me. So I followed them to talk, and I was in a complete state of panic. Honey, I would have just fell out right there, then and there. Honey, I'd have faked a heart attack, okay? Feds want to talk to me for what? I don't know nothing about nothing. But anyway, so he says, as I sat in the desolate makeshift interrogation room, the gravity of the situation became very clear to me. They mentioned that they had been keeping a close watch on Jay-Z since he stabbed Lance Rivera, and he was also being implicated in a violent incident with R. Kelly during their joint tour promoting Jay-Z and R. Kelly's joint album. Now, y'all remember I talked about that at length. I did a whole video about it, and I also told you how Jay-Z allegedly paid for Dream Hampton, who was the executive producer of R. Kelly's Surviving R. Kelly, that Jay-Z supposedly allegedly paid her, funded the project to get back at R. Kelly because R. Kelly sued him and got thousands of dollars. Okay, let's not forget. It was an undisclosed amount, but I think R. Kelly sued him for I can't remember how much it was, but it was a whole lot of money. I'll say that much. Okay, but anyway, and let's not forget the violence that happened to R. Kelly on the Best of Both Worlds tour when Jay-Z's goons allegedly jumped him, okay? And then they both rushed down there to talk to Angie Martinez to tell their story. I believe Jay-Z got there first. So anyway, the officers clarified that they were investigating Jay-Z for allegedly engaging in sexual activity with an underage Rihanna and transporting her across international borders. They said she wasn't the only one and there were many others. So here's why this is important. Here's why this is important, because this man wants us to think that he just made up these lies and rumors. He wants us to think that it was all unverified and baseless and had no foundation and truth, but he's just said it to get back at Jay-Z. No. First of all, you could say those things, but if they're not true, that's usually going to just go away because the person can come out and deny those things. And in fact, they can sue you for defamation, libel, and slander. Okay. Now, what I think, like I told you, is that this was absolutely going on and he knew about it because he was close to Jay-Z and Rihanna. And so he just leaked the information. And here's the thing. Let's not forget that it's also been alleged that Jay-Z was messing around with Foxy Brown when she was 15. Let's not forget that Jaguar already said, and if you didn't hear it, I'm going to play it for you in a second. But Jaguar already said that Jay-Z, basically Rihanna's dad sold her to Jay-Z. Okay, now I'm going to stop right there. Now, that's an old video, and thank you all for the comments. You all saying the queen looks nice and beautiful and all that. Honey, but that's an old video, all right, that I was just showing you that I gave that information months ago. Okay, just remember you heard it here first because you all also remember that I actually interviewed Jonathan Haidt. Now, with that all being said, I bring this back up because it's very interesting, you see, that both Jay-Z and Diddy are currently accused of assaulting minors, okay? But years prior, they were both also under the watchful eye of the feds for being accused, or because the feds believed that they had done that way back when. Okay, now I want you all to pay attention because a lot of these people who want to sit here and try to cape for these celebrities and say, oh, well, they're innocent. Oh, you're just saying this to try to bring a black man down. You sound crazy. Because for one, none of us know these people in real life. Okay, at least not these two specific people. Most of us don't know them in real life. And second of all, why do you think they've been accused of this, or the feds were literally asking questions about this years ago? And pay attention to what I also told you in that video, that the feds said not only were they watching him because of the things about Rihanna they'd heard, but there were many others. Okay, just like when Tony Busby said something about those minors. Okay, just like when Jay-Z said out of his own mouth when he was accusing Tony Busby of extortion and in blackmail. And what did he say? He mentioned multiple victims. That's what Jay-Z said. He mentioned multiple people, as if Busby was going to try to blame him of multiple times of having done things to minors. I just want you all to pay attention at the end of the day. Okay? So it's all nefarious. But now with that all being said, let's talk about Ice-T before I roll out of here, because I didn't come to stay long, honey. I just came to drop y'all this tea because it was hot and then to be up out of here. But did y'all hear about Ice-T? Likes up if you guys heard about Ice-T going in on the police. I guess he's still saying F the police after all these decades, honey, even though he played one in his show. Okay, but nonetheless, he still had time today and went in on them. And, rightfully so, in my opinion. I'm for it. I'm on Ice-T's side, honey. What y'all think? Okay, so let's just check this out real quick for those who missed it.
You know your registration expired since 2021. That's where I'm going. I'm headed right here. I'm trying to get this car set up to roll. Yesterday I went to the DMV and they said that their system was down, so that's where I'm headed.
You need to have an appointment to go to DMV.
I don't need one.
Why is that?
Because they know me.
Because they know you. Is your passport? You could have drive without a vehicle who was registered and get this one registered.
Can I handle this? You gonna take me to jail?
I'm not going to take you to jail.
Okay, can I park the car here and walk to the DMV?
I'm going to tow your vehicle.
No, you're not. You're not going to tow.
Respect with me. I'm going to respect you the same way.
Well, then let me. You see, I'm going to.
No, you're not going to tell me what to do. I'm going to tell you what to do. So give me your keys right now.
I'm not under arrest, and I'm getting out of my car. Give me my paperwork.
No, don't touch me. Don't give me like that.
Give me my paperwork. Get this on camera. This motherfucker. I'm a foot away from you on this car.
You know your registration expired since 2021.
That's where I'm going. I'm headed right here. Foot away from you.
Keep your distance.
You are a fucking asshole.
I'm not an asshole. You've been an asshole to me.
I'm an asshole. I'm trying to get to the DMV. I showed you all the paperwork. Let me start recording your dumb ass.
So 5-6, start the hook and start another unit.
What's up, Sarge?
Hey, what's going on, brother? How are you?
I'm trying to get to DMV to register my car.
Okay.
I got all the paperwork and everything there. I asked the officer, could I just go over here or even park my car so that I could walk over there, get all my paperwork together. He says he wants to tow my car.
All right, give me a second. Let me find out what's going on here, and then we'll figure something out, okay? And everything's been recorded, and your vehicle's been towed, and you're receiving tickets. Can issue him a ticket, and that's going to be it, right? He's going to use the car here? See you, whatever you want to do. Yeah, we'll go with that, okay? You want to leave the car here? Okay. Yeah, he's going to park the car here. No problem. Go across the street and get the paperwork for the car. Okay, but he's getting 4 tickets, though. All right.
Foot away from you,
keep your distance.
You are a fucking asshole.
I'm not an asshole. Driving a registered motor vehicle, driving with an expired license, improper display, you got no front plates, and no inspection sticker.
Okay.
I can't tell him as a sergeant what to do. Okay? I can guide him and I can make a recommendation. He's going to give you 4 tickets. Okay? I asked him not to give you the 4 tickets, but he could bring it down to 2. He said, no, he's giving you the 4 tickets.
What are the 4 tickets?
He says you have no front plate, no inspection sticker, no registration, and your driver's license is expired.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know if he told you, but everything's being recorded on the body cameras. So, okay.
So, as Sergeant, we're not going to tow your vehicle, but you're receiving summonses. These are keys. Is your paperwork, driver's license, everything you gave me?
You're, like I said, you're going to leave the car here and just go to DMV.
Yeah. I'm walking DMV and handle this.
So, but you do know your registration is expired and your license too. Right?
That's what I'm going for.
Okay.
I'm
just letting you know that I didn't know if you just knew your registration was expired. You got both.
Driving.
Now, let me tell you guys something. First of all, Choose No said he playing the celebrity game. Let me tell you something. The cop was clearly being an a-hole. Okay, he was clearly being an a-hole. M. Penny said, "I'm neutral, but I see mouth got him in trouble more." Well, the cop was being an a-hole in the first place. That's what ticked him off. You heard him. He was literally right there. The DMV was across the street. Now, if someone has an expired tag, registration, an expired license, and they're right across the street from the DMV, it would be safe to assume that that's where they were going to rectify the situation. If that were somebody of a different skin tone, I'm quite sure he wouldn't have had that angst, okay? That's just my opinion. And I think that he was just clearly hating and he wanted to flex his authority because of who Ice-T is. Because first of all, he said you have to have an appointment to go to the DMV. And then when Ice-T said, well, I don't need an appointment. They know me. Oh, they know you? You don't tell me what to do. I'm going to tell you what to do. So I just think he was being a butthole. The TC Dan, thank you for your super sticker donation, beloved. Peace, love, and blessings to you. Let me tell y'all something, honey. They don't usually give you a ticket for that because I have been literally right in front of the DMV one time years ago. My registration was expired, okay? And I was right there at the light in front of the DMV about to turn into the parking lot, all right? And a cop got behind me, whoop, whoop, pulls me over, and I just start bankhead bouncing because I already knew you're not about to get me, bro. I'm literally right here, so you can miss the queen with it. I was sitting right there, bankhead bouncing the whole time I was talking to him, and he was cracking up laughing. He was like, okay, ma'am, go right ahead. I know, so miss me with it. Okay, and so all I'm saying is that cop was just trying to prove a point and flex his authority. Amoni said, Queen, how expired were you? 3 to 4 years? No, I was expired like by a few days. But nonetheless, at the end of the day, no matter how far you're expired, if you're right there at the DMV, just let the person go ahead and get their stuff fixed, okay? You trying to talk about touring the car just being a butthole. That's all that was, just trying to purposely inconvenience somebody, in my opinion. That's just how I see it, okay? That's how I see it, because here's the thing. I'm sure Ice-T has multiple cars, so that car has likely been sitting in his garage or whatever for a while, and maybe that's why it's expired. Truzno said, you playing, Queen? No, I'm not playing. I'm dead ass serious. I was bankhead bouncing. I had the music on, and that's what I was doing. Okay? Please pay attention. I always bankhead bounce on the cops when I know they can't catch me. Okay? Please pay attention. You just said I could see Queen bankhead bouncing while he thought he was doing something. Lily X said Queen wasn't having it and can't blame you. Okay? Natasha said, do your homework. Ice-T been a cop longer than him, said songwriter Sonny. Okay. At the end of the day. Okay, so anyway, I'm up out of here, guys. I hope you all enjoyed that. Okay, Diddy, you're going down. And the co-conspirators are about to be named come March the 7th. And I, for one, will be right there waiting, okay, like a dog for a bone, honey, to find out whose names are on there. Y'all pay attention. I'm going to be sitting right there. J-Lo, we know you're celebrity B-boo. You come on out with it. Okay, how much did you pay for that settlement? Alex Spiro already called your name. He already called your name. Okay, please pay attention. With that all being said, allegedly, J-Lo, don't even think about suing me. It's all alleged. But I absolutely think that she's Celebrity B and Alex Spiro already called her out. If y'all missed that broadcast, go back and check it out. Okay, so anyway, I love you guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Lillian said, Queen, will you be back later? I'll be home doing nothing. Honey, you better get to doing something because I'm not coming back later, boo-boo, unless and only if there is some more breaking news. Other than that, honey, the Queen has got business to tend to, okay? Y'all think I work for y'all? Is that what y'all think, Lillian X? Y'all really think the Queen works for y'all, don't y'all? I'm off today, period. Okay, I'm off today. I'm off today, damn it. All right, let me have some rest. Okay, this is why I have my camera off. Like I told y'all, I was at the gym, honey. Look, a whole hot mess. Now I'm about to take me a shower, okay, and make me a smoothie and chill out and do some research. All right, so anyway, look at Curious Potato. Much love to you, beloved. Joy said, thank you, Queen. Excellent as always. Thank you, beloved. Okay, I love you guys. Listen, don't forget to make sure you're still subscribed. I told y'all, honey, they be unsubscribing people up in here. Okay, love y'all, and I will talk to y'all again soon. Until next time, beloveds, peace.
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the Queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now.
That's
See
right.
a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the Queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the Queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the Queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got